what's really happening behind the cameras. Five beloved Korean actors are now in the fight of their lives battling serious cancer diagnoses that have shocked even medical professionals. Doctors are speaking out, and the truth is more devastating than fans imagined. Join Red Carpet revealed as we uncover the hidden battles, emotional struggles, and the shocking reality behind the headlines. The spotlight fades, but the fight begins now. The first actor you know is Kim Woo-bin. In 2017, the world of Korean entertainment was shaken by heartbreaking news. Kim Woo-bin, one of the industry's most beloved rising stars, had been diagnosed with nasopharyngeal cancer, a rare and aggressive cancer located behind the nose and above the throat. He was only 28 years old at the peak of his career. Just months before, he had lit up screens in hit dramas and blockbuster films. With his tall frame, deep voice, and intense eyes, Kim was a favorite across Asia. But behind the scenes, he had been experiencing persistent nosebleeds, fatigue, and swelling in his neck. What he thought was exhaustion turned out to be something far more dangerous. Once diagnosed, Kim immediately halted all activities and began undergoing intensive chemotherapy and radiation treatments. The physical toll was brutal. He lost a significant amount of weight, suffered from burning throat pain, and reportedly could not eat solid food for long periods. His once powerful voice grew weak, and his energetic presence faded into a quiet, painful recovery process. During this time, his longtime girlfriend, actress Kwon Mina, became his rock. She paused her own career and stood by him through every treatment, every hospital visit, and every moment of despair. Their relationship became a symbol of loyalty and love during one of the most trying periods of both their lives. For nearly 2.5 years, Kim stayed out of the spotlight. Fans waited anxiously, sending support letters and organizing donation drives in his name. Then in late 20, he made a surprise return, thinner, softer spoken, but alive and grateful. His appearance at the Blue Dragon Film Awards brought many to tears as he said, "I missed this so much. Thank you for waiting." Since then, Kim Woo-bin has slowly returned to acting, choosing projects like Alienoid and Our Blues with a deeper understanding of life. His experience with cancer changed him. He now values health, love, and the present moment more than ever. He is not just a star. He is a survivor, a fighter, and an inspiration to millions. The second main actor is Lee Wook. In the world of Korean entertainment, few stories are as quietly heartbreaking as that of Lee Wook, former member of the early 2000s K-pop duo UN and later an actor. Behind his charming smile and gentle voice, Lee was hiding a terrifying truth. At the age of just 30, he was diagnosed with stomach cancer, a disease that would change the course of his life. For years, Lee had been living under the pressure of maintaining a public image, first as a beloved idol, then as an actor trying to carve his own path. But behind the scenes, he suffered from recurring stomach pains and digestive issues. When he finally sought medical attention, the results were shocking: gastric cancer, a condition often linked to high-stress diet and genetics. He was young, active, and seemingly healthy, yet cancer had silently taken root. The diagnosis came like a punch. Lee reportedly kept it a secret at first, even from close friends. He didn't want pity, but as the illness progressed, he could no longer hide the weight loss, fatigue, or emotional toll. Eventually, he opened up to the public, revealing that he had undergone major surgery and began chemotherapy treatments shortly after. He described the physical pain as unbearable, but it was the mental and emotional burden that weighed heaviest. "There were nights I didn't know if I would wake up again," he once said. His once active lifestyle was replaced by hospital beds and IV drips. Yet through it all, Lee Wook remained humble and resilient. He began sharing his story in hopes of encouraging others, especially young people, to prioritize their health. After years of treatment and reflection, Lee slowly returned to public life, not as the idol he once was, but as a survivor. His journey is a powerful reminder that even in silence, strength can grow, and that real courage sometimes looks like simply choosing to fight one more day. The third actor is Kwon Mina. For years, Kwon Mina, former member of the K-pop girl group AOA, stood in the spotlight, smiling on stage, performing for thousands, and appearing flawless in every photo. But behind the curtain, Mina was slowly being consumed by a silent battle. In 2020, she shocked fans when she opened up not only about her mental health struggles, but also about a deeply personal and painful physical condition, a recurring ovarian tumor. At first, the symptoms were subtle abdominal pain, fatigue, irregular cycles. But the discomfort grew until Mina could no longer ignore it. After numerous hospital visits, she was diagnosed with a benign ovarian tumor which required surgery and constant monitoring. While not cancerous, the tumor brought chronic pain and the looming fear of future complications, including the risk of it turning malignant. Min-ah later revealed that the condition severely impacted her mental health. The physical pain was one thing she wrote on social media, but the emotional pain, the fear, the shame, the loneliness was overwhelming. She admitted to crying herself to sleep, hiding the truth from others, and feeling guilty for appearing weak. What made matters worse was that her health struggles came during a time of immense public scrutiny. She was already dealing with the trauma of alleged bullying within AOA, which had driven her to the brink. The combination of emotional scars and physical illness became nearly unbearable. Despite everything, Mina has shown remarkable strength. She continues to share her journey, using her platform to talk about women's health, mental illness, and healing. Though she has stepped away from idol life, her voice has never been louder. The fourth actor is Park So-dam, known to the world for her unforgettable performance in the Oscar-winning film Parasite. Park So-dam quickly became one of South Korea's most beloved young actresses. With her expressive eyes and quiet intensity, she seemed unstoppable. But in late 2021, at just 30 years old, Park revealed a heartbreaking truth: she had been diagnosed with papillary thyroid cancer, a common but often silent disease. The diagnosis came as a shock. During a routine health checkup, doctors found abnormal nodules in her thyroid gland. She had felt no symptoms, no pain, no visible changes. Yet beneath her healthy appearance, a cancer had begun to grow. The news was devastating, especially because it came just before the release of her film Special Delivery, where she played a physically demanding lead role. Park immediately underwent surgery to remove the cancerous tissue, forcing her to withdraw from all promotional activities. Fans were heartbroken when her agency announced her condition, but it was the words of her attending physician that truly captured the gravity of the situation. She looked strong, but her body was on the edge, the doctor reportedly said. If she had waited longer, the outcome could have been very different. Despite being young and fit, the cancer could have spread silently. Her timely diagnosis likely saved her life. Emotionally, Park confessed that the hardest part was accepting her vulnerability. "I thought I was healthy," she said later in an interview. "Hearing the word cancer broke something inside me." After months of recovery, Park So-dam gradually returned to work, more cautious but stronger than ever. She now encourages others to take regular health checkups seriously, especially young adults who often ignore early signs. The fifth actor is Jung Il-woo. In the eyes of many, Jung Il-woo was the perfect leading man. Youthful charm, striking visuals, and a long list of hit dramas like 49 Days, The Moon, Embracing the Sun, and Cinderella and the Four Knights. But behind the fame, the actor was hiding a terrifying truth. He was diagnosed with a brain aneurysm, a life-threatening condition often referred to as a silent killer. The diagnosis came in 2016 when Jung underwent a health examination after surviving a serious car accident. What doctors discovered shocked everyone: a cerebral aneurysm, a bulge in a blood vessel in his brain that could rupture at any time. It wasn't cancer, but the danger was just as real. Without warning, it could cause a stroke or sudden death. Jung was only 29 years old. According to his doctors, the aneurysm was likely congenital, but worsened by stress and trauma from the accident. One doctor reportedly told him, "You're lucky we found it now. If you had ignored this, you may not have lived another year." The diagnosis forced Jung to reconsider everything. The disease qualified him for exemption from South Korea's mandatory military service, but instead of relief, he felt grief. "I didn't want special treatment," he said. "I just wanted to be healthy like everyone else." Though he kept the condition mostly private at the time, the emotional weight was enormous. Living each day knowing a blood vessel in your brain could rupture was a heavy burden. Jung struggled with fear, insomnia, and the pressure to maintain his career. But rather than disappear, he pushed forward. With regular treatment and monitoring, he returned to acting, choosing roles that resonated deeper. "I don't want to waste time anymore," he shared. Every moment is a gift. Today, Jung Il-woo lives carefully but boldly, an actor who knows the fragility of life more intimately than most. His journey is a powerful reminder that sometimes the most dangerous battles are the ones no one can see.